Whisper on 2.47. The apartment breathes in darkness as the clock reads 2:47 a.m. Ethan tunes through the static with practiced precision. A signal holds thin, persistent, refusing to fade. "Ethan, can you hear me?" The whisper seeps through the static. His fingers hover, trembling over the knob. The voice repeats his name closer, colder. Ethan yanks the antenna lead, then reaches for the power cord. He unplugs the radio. The glow dies, but the whisper remains. His pupils lock onto the blank dial as the air thickens. Static swells heavy, suffocating as rain smears the window. His hands begin to shake, betraying what his face refuses. He stares into the darkness, breath shallow, heart pounding. 66.6 FM, the pulse. Ethan returns to the desk. Notes and tapes sprawl under dim blue and red light. He tunes to 66.6 FM. The speaker trembles as the whisper cuts through. "You're writing again, Ethan. You shouldn't be listening." The radio narrates his movements as his hand hesitates above the notebook. He rips a blanket from the chair and throws it over the radio. Muffled fabric swallows the speaker, yet the whisper bleeds through. "You can't turn me off, Ethan." His breath quickens as the light flickers. He yanks the power cord from the outlet. The radio stays on. The static swells like a slow heartbeat. The camera shakes as Ethan recoils, eyes locked on the vibrating cloth. Slow zoom into the speaker, pulses tighten, rhythm nearing a heartbeat. Ethan steadies himself, hand hovering, afraid to touch it. "We never stopped broadcasting." Ethan drives through dense fog, checking decoded coordinates as lights flicker on his dashboard. "We never stopped broadcasting, Ethan," murmurs the radio, as distant red lights throb through the fog. Static swells, dips, then surges again in sync with the fog's pulse. He tightens his grip, eyes bouncing between the road and the trembling frequency readout. Ethan turns onto a gravel path as fog thickens, and the tower's broken silhouette forms ahead. Static intensifies with each meter. The radio flickers between dead air and broken phrases. He kills the engine. Thunder rolls as silence is replaced by a lingering hiss. Red reflections frame his eyes for a beat, then fade into the fog's slow exhale. Ethan steps into the wind, door thudding shut as the ruins loom through the haze. Static swells with each step. Warped fragments of a voice ride the noise. He passes cable spools and scorched fence, the broadcast leaking back from the ruins themselves. At the collapsed threshold, he halts. Fog curls at his boots as the hum deepens. The voice returns, closer now, as the static crests into a low electric thrum. "Fear frequency. Do not air." Ethan threads the forbidden tape with trembling hands under pulsing red glow. He seats the reel and guides the tape across the head, breath held tight. "This is Ethan Cross, and you're listening to Fear Frequency." The room turns hostile. The booth's red heartbeat pulses over charred panels as Ethan steels himself. A phantom flash of fear crosses his eyes between scratches of static. He presses play. The reels catch the red glow as the recording crackles alive. "This is Ethan Cross, and you're listening to Fear Frequency." Close-ups punch between his eyes and the reels, the air thickening by degrees. The voice doubles, smears across channels. The room hums and sways tighter. Fear strobes across Ethan's face as the title hangs in the dark like a curse. The whisper multiplies. "Now it's your turn to host." Meters peg into the red as the console blooms like a blooded altar. His body convulses, shoulders snap against the chair under the red wash. Light detonates into bands of snow. The reel keeps turning, slow and relentless. A final red pulse, Ethan's terrified flash, then the image collapses to black. Fear frequency, morning signal. A calm suburban morning settles over a bright kitchen. She pours coffee. The radio newscaster cheerfully fills the room. Authorities are searching for local man Ethan Cross, missing near the old WZUR tower. The broadcast stutters. A subtle zoom draws us closer. The cheerful tone warps. The light warms into an uneasy red. Good morning, listeners. This is Ethan Cross. The voice deepens to a whisper, broadcasting from beyond the grave. She freezes, breath held, caught between disbelief and dread. The dial burns red as the kitchen edges vignette with static-like shimmer. Static floods the room. The red glow overtakes the morning calm. The image distorts, color splits, and the frame smears toward the dial. Fade out as the fear frequency logo flickers through the static.